Goddamn dog.
It's funny.
But I was just like, oh no, she's evil. We were right.
Yeah, and like at that point, you still were kind of wondering, is she on the side of Trigon, or is she just kind of like...
We're back with episode 10.
Yeah, we are.
Titans.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good episode. It wasn't like...
It paid off what we thought was going to come when this episode came.
Yeah, so the episode paid off. I think the whole episode was a lot of build-up, like a lot of the other episodes, and I just didn't... I think it maybe could have been done a little differently, I think. But I think it was still a really good, well-rounded episode, but I think they knew that there's just so much, like, more to come. That they're like, this episode can build up, and then the end will be the payoff completely. Like, the whole episode, not a whole lot happened.
No, it was a story building.
Yeah, it was all a story building episode.
And there wasn't too many fights, but I think we called it. Donna Troy, Dick Grayson burst in at the right moment.
Yeah, that happened. Kind of wondering where Hawk and Dove are at the moment.
I'm sure they're on their way.
Maybe they're... No, we'll get to that.
Yeah, but that was dope when she brought up the lasso. And then Gar fanboys.
Oh yeah, because he's like, you're her, and she's like, I'm a friend of Dick's, and he's like, no, you're her.
You're WonderGirl. Gar brings that humor that needs in this series for sure.
That's the thing, is Gar eventually, like, he is that character from, like, in a way, he's that character from the original Teen Titans, or just even the comics, like, he fanboys out and, like, goes off when he meets these people, and then he doesn't realize he's one of them until kind of later, you know? Like, he's a celebrity of sorts eventually.
Oh, man.
I just can't wait till the Titans are, like, out in the public, and, like, we have Dick Grayson, you know, we have Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Beastboy, and, like, the others all kind of, like, working together, and they're like a team. They're like a little Justice League, you know?
And, well, I never even thought about that. In the New 52, they were exploring Gar's obsession with social media.
Yeah.
And, well, this could be a good transition when he starts to, like, realize he's one of them.
Yeah.
I don't have to be Robin. I don't care about WonderGirl.
Yeah.
I'm Beastboy.
Yeah.
And then he just goes off.
He creates his own little thing. We have yet to see him turn into another creature, though.
Are you disappointed about that?
Yeah, I think we will in maybe the last episode. I don't know.
I want to see something flying.
I just want to see something else.
Yeah.
And I want to see Starfire fly.
That would be dope if she flies. Do you think she'll just be able to fly, or will it be like propulsion?
I think it'll be flying.
Flying.
Like floating, like...
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be that, I think.
There was a lot of, like, questions to be desired about this episode. Like, what's going on with Rachel's mom?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And that's something else we both called.
Yeah, we definitely, like, knew something was up with her. I wasn't totally sure if it was that, but I think we were kind of coming to the conclusion eventually that was what was going on, was Angela is on the same side as Trigon. It was all a ruse to get Rachel back.
So, in the episode, Dick talks about how it was all a ruse in all of it, where Angela wasn't actually held captive.
Yeah.
And it was all a trick.
It was a trick just to get, Rachel back. Which makes you wonder, did...
Damn.
So, makes you wonder, did, what was her name?
Marissa?
No, I think
Is it Rachel's, like, adopted mother you're thinking of?
Yeah.
I think it was Marissa or Melissa.
Melissa, yeah. Melissa, did she kidnap Rachel and then take her? Or how did Rachel end up in her arms? Like, that's what I want to know.
I think it was absolutely that this lady knew what was going on.
And just took her.
And did not want her to be found. Yeah. And her mom did not give her, and she was taken.
Yeah. I
think I even said that in one of our earlier reviews.
Maybe.
Like, of the first episode is, like, I think there's more to this.
Maybe.
Like,
there's definitely, like...
when the Catholic Church came in, things like that. Toke, go lay down! Goddamn dog! But there just was more. You knew there was.
Yeah, you absolutely knew there was more to it. Like, she wasn't telling the full story. It makes you wonder how much of it Rachel knew was wrong.
It's my fireplace.
Oh, I was like, what is that? What's that noise?
The wind's really loud tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was kind of strange. She was Angela's size of Trigon, and, like,
Were you surprised?
Not completely, but, like...
When was it that you weren't surprised in the episode, I think, is a good question. Because it was when she started talking to that dude.
That's when I was like, no, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Especially with the sheriff and everything.
Yeah, because, like, she was just acting weird.
Yeah, and, like, she didn't want people to know she was there almost. And as soon as she stabbed him, I was just like, of course.
Yeah, you're like, this isn't good.
Like, and I immediately knew, stop petting her. She's gonna just...
She'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be okay. She's enjoying it.
Goddamn dog.
It's fine.
But I was just like, oh no, she's evil. We were right.
Yeah, and like at that point, you still were kind of wondering, is she on the side of Trigon, or is she just kind of like, until she said it, but like, made you wonder, like, is she just kind of also kind of evil, not really, doesn't have that path?
Yeah.
It just kind of makes you wonder.
But I think the really cool part of this whole thing was it was actually like finally a Starfire Corey origin.
Absolutely. And I think the big thing about that was we learned, I mean, we kind of knew, but like, we learned exactly the entire plan for Starfire, why she came to the planet, why she was supposed to stop Rachel. It wasn't necessarily kill Rachel, was to stop Trigon from entering the Earth, which, you know, there's only one way to do that, but she didn't know.
Intergalactic demon!
He's not an intergalactic demon.
Oh, okay.
He's interdimensional, which is like, hell is interdimensional in a way. Of the DC universe. He's not intergalactic by any means.
But he's going galactic by taking other planets.
Well, yeah, but that's dimensional it's like Justice League Darkverse. Like, would you call like Swamp Thing an alien? No. Would you call John Constantine an alien? No.
Well, we call people not from where we are aliens all the time.
But that's the thing. I'm
just joking.
That's the thing is like, in this case, it's not intergalactic. It's just like, it's just this interdimensional thing. It's like a demon. He's a demon, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But she's really scared that Trigon's going to get to her planet.
Oh, absolutely. Because I mean, their planet was next.
That was basically what they put out, was like, if you don't stop this, then there's no stopping it.
If you don't save this planet, yours is doomed too.
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, then what was the trial of... What did Starfire say?
Oh, I don't remember.
The trial of warriors, 400 days of...
Oh, yeah. 400 days of, like, just... I don't remember exactly. Basically, it was just training.
I think they're basically setting up Season 2 with that. That line in itself. Like,
yeah.
That's Season 2. I don't think we're getting the payoff.
Oh, like the ending of the season? Like, no, absolutely.
Trigon's still going to be there.
Yeah, I think this season is setting up Season 2, and I think it's, like... This is really mainly a Dick Grayson kind of season, like it's his story in a way, but like I think the way they're going to end it isn't really going to have anything to do with Trigon necessarily. Like I think it will, but I don't think it's going to be a conclusion where they beat him, because if that was the case, they'd have probably 3 more episodes.
Yeah, I mean, 1 more episode is... They got to put a lot in if they're gonna...
It's like a 2-hour long episode.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did not know
That's
that.
what I've heard, is it's like twice as long as it should be.
I was super disappointed in the length of this week's episode.
It was like 50 minutes.
It was 40. With title and credits.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I noticed it. I was really disappointed as soon as I turned it on.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that at all. I mean, it was definitely a shorter episode, I would agree. Like, it felt shorter at a minimum.
But, yeah, I'm almost positive, man. It was 40 minutes.
Yeah.
With everything. Like, it wasn't a long episode, and it rubbed me a little wrong. Like,
yeah, but I mean, honestly,
but if they're doing 2 hours for this last one, or closer to like an hour and a half,
I think it's gonna be 2 hours almost. That's what I've heard.
Then,
because it's the last episode, it's the 11th episode, but there were supposed to be 12 originally.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, and they confirmed, they're like, no, 11 episodes, but it's like twice as long, I think.
I can see it just being like an hour and a half then.
Probably something like that.
Hour and a half to 2.
I could see it.
That could give them time though, then to like clean all this up.
Maybe
a little bit,
like,
or maybe they
get them set up well enough. Like they're set next season's. There's gonna be a cliffhanger.
I mean, I
guarantee
see Trigon going back in the mirror.
Maybe. I think at a minimum, it's just gonna be a cliffhanger.
I do too. I would love we captured him for now, but he will be back.
I don't see
or
that
something
happening.
like that. I would appreciate that.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want like a kind of a. I don't want that closed ending. I want something that makes me want to see the second season more than anything.
Oh, they've been. I'm sure they will. Like that's what they do with every episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like whoever is writing and producing this shit, they are just making you want the next thing so badly, so perfectly.
Absolutely.
Oh, maybe it's like comic book writers or something.
Yeah.
So, last thing about Corey. What was your favorite part of her origin? Like, in the whole arc, like, the moment.
All of it?
All of it?
No. I'm asking,
like,
do you mean all of it?
In the episode. Like, what was your, like, favorite portion?
I guess when she saw the spaceship and she's like, it's mine, and they're like, what?
Yeah. Or, I think it was definitely the spaceship. I loved it when Dick was just like, you forgot about this?
Yeah, how could you... how could you forget about this?
I love that line.
Yeah.
But then when she started, like, doing stuff without even, like, realizing she was doing it, muscle memory,
yeah.
like, I was just like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that part. It was
it's
creating
like
the character. Yeah. That was my favorite part of the origin of Corey.
Absolutely.
But let's end it with the end of the episode.
Yeah.
They left us wanting more again.
Oh, absolutely. Like...
Look, you delivered. It's your boy.
So, yeah, we have, Dick Grayson, Donna Troy, and Starfire coming up to the house. They're like, oh, the house is gone, it looks like it's gone. Dick Grayson is just like, nah, fuck this, I've seen this shit before, kind of. Like, that was the attitude he came with.
They mentioned the shimmering.
Yeah, and he just runs in and he goes in the house. Donna Troy and Starfire can't. Dick Grayson can. Probably a human thing, I don't know. Or Trigon let him.
I was thinking that those were the two options. It's either because Dick is fully human.
Yeah.
Or it's because Trigon knows there's so much fear to take out of him. And it's going to be really easy, and it can manipulate him and maybe defeat him really easily. And then it'd be 1-on-1, and then 2-on-1, instead of 3-on-1.
I mean, at that point, he doesn't have to let him in, and then it's 0 against 1, and he can do what he wants. I think it's...
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I'm an
like...
idiot. No, good fucking boy.
Like, I think it's just a human thing. Like, I think he's just... yeah. Because a lot of supernatural stuff, especially in, like, the DC Comics universe, has this thing where it blocks out other supernatural beings, and that's probably what he did, and then he's like, oh, yeah, this guy's human, fuck. And then, like, he just goes in the house, and that's cuts, end. And that made it worth it for me.
Do you think Trigon knows who Dick is?
Yeah, because he's been seeing everything through Rachel's eyes in a way.
Yeah, and I think he knows what to exploit.
Probably. I mean, he knows everything that he can.
It might be a little fun for him.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like, Trigon's a badass when it comes down to it. He took over the whole Justice League.
Oh, yeah, he did that in, he did that
Teen Titans versus Justice League.
Yeah. He's also done similar things in the comics, I believe. No, it was super cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next episode. I'm excited to see where we get left off.
I am too. I think we both agree that arcs aren't going to be finished.
Absolutely not.
And
although, hopefully at some point we'll see Dick Grayson be Nightwing. I've
heard that's totally confirmed. We will see Nightwing by episode 11 at the end.
I mean, we'll probably at the end, yeah.
Like the last scene, like a Batman scene where he's like on a gargoyle.
That'd be weird, but I could see it.
It's Jeff Johns.
That's fair.
But let us know if you guys think that we'll see Dick Grayson, unless Dillon has anything else.
You mean Dick Grayson's Nightwing?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
that was what he had. But yeah, man, let us know and catch us next time. We're going to actually do a breakdown of the trailer for next week's episode. Because it was too good not to.
The trailer was so good. It made me not want to even talk about this episode. I just want to talk about the next one.
So catch us when we talk about Batman vs. Robin. We'll see ya.